Well, this time round, two of the credible reporters coming in from Germany, one known as Christian Fall, another known as Play to Goal, have collided on the next centre forward signing for Manchester United, as Erik ten Hag is prioritizing to sign a centre forward and a very good midfielder. Welcome to United Matters channel. How are you guys? And where you watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we upload in here on a daily. Now, there is Kolo Muani. You get? I think he's 21 years of age, plays for Bayern Leverkusen. A story has been paraded out there by Christian Folk that United are preparing a bid to really sign this player. And I just look at the story and ask myself, has Ten Hag really gone this low? I don't underrate the player, but I think the levels at which we are, I think the likes of Goncalo Ramos are really better. But obviously, let's go ahead and really analyze the story as brought to us by Christian Fall coming in from Germany. He's one of the credible journalists that are really born and bred in Germany, and they are so close to transfers in Germany. He has told us that Manchester United is going to prepare a big offer for Randall Kolo Muani, specifically 120 million euros. That's a price Frankfurt would say no to. Last week there was a meeting with the new agents Moussa Sissoko and the sporting director Marcus Crochet. Now, to me, all I know is that every agent that is having a striker is really offering him to Manchester United, and they are now in talks with the club of those respective players to tell them the amount of money that they would take. Now, 120 million euros, that is like 100 and let me check a little bit here. Let me be exact. Euros to pounds. 120. That is 106 million pounds. Can I ask you guys, can you pay 106 million pounds for Kolo Muani? Can you guys? To me, I think, however much Ten Hag is obsessed with getting in strikers, I know there are others that I think are better than this guy. I know his physicality is really up there in the sky. He's a towering lad. His hold-up play is really good. He involves other players in the play. But if you have to look at the strikers available that have been linked to Manchester United, I don't think that he ranks anywhere near 50th. I think Osimhen is better than him. Harry Kane is better than him. Vlahovic is better than him. Goncalo Ramos is better than him. So, I see no reason as to why this story is being linked to this player. And I think when you're linked to Manchester United, a lot of news is made. And to me, I believe it's because his agent wants a move for this player. And why could Bayern Leverkusen call in for 120 million euros? You get? They can't. You know, one of the teams that I've seen that are selling players on the cheap are the teams in the Bundesliga. They don't sell players expensively. I don't see no reason as to why you get 120 million euros and pay it for Kolo Muani when you can really add some 20 or 30 and get in Victor Osimhen. I think that's really not logical. You get? It does not really come out to portray the best of what the game of football Manchester United should be all about. And one thing people are really forgetting and not putting in mind is that Greenwood might be brought back at Manchester United. If he's brought back at Manchester United, I think the appetite of United to get in a centre forward will really decrease, because Ten Hag will play Greenwood as a centre forward. And when he comes in as a centre forward, trust me, we might change our plan. So I don't believe in this story. I'm sorry to say, but he's a very good player, Kolo Muani, very good player. And I think he has a very high ceiling ahead of him. He can really do a lot to the club of Manchester United because he's fast, He's lightning quick. Most of you remember him. He's the one who really granted Argentina a chance to win the penalties because he got a keeper to beat, and Emiliano Martinez of Argentina spread himself wide and obviously stopped his hit into the back of the net. I still remember it like it was yesterday. So he's a guy who is really great at his job. That's it. He loves his job and he's good as a center forward. But you can't tell me that Kolo Muani is at 120 million euros. That is a 120 million pound, 120 million euro striker. No way, no way, no way. For that, I'd rather bring in Harry Kane because at least for him, he's proven. Playing for Leverkusen, and they are charging 120 million euros. That's an astronomical figure that cannot allow. And I think Ten Hag can't allow to go in for that amount of money. So to me, I see this story being put out by the agent. That's it. To raise concern to those teams interested in the player. But you can't tell me that you're going to sell a player at 120 million euros, which is not proven at the European levels. That's it. Though he played well at the World Cup, he scored against Morocco, he brought in a penalty for France. So that can't put him in that ilk of a 120 million euro striker. That's out. That's out. I don't even believe in it. But we just have to bring you that story. But he can't go for that amount of money. I think he can go for a cheaper price. And we wait and see what's going to happen in there for you. Now that has been Christian Falk. Then Plettigol has gone ahead and told us that Manchester United really want him. We are hearing that he's also ranked higher than Kolo Muani internally. That is Victor Osimhen. He's talking about Victor Osimhen. So to me, I believe for Victor Osimhen, the appetite is high. It's not only high this summer, even last summer it was high, but the player was not up for sale. But this time around, the player wants to make a move to the Premier League and is seeing it as a golden opportunity for him to move to the Premier League. Now, the big hinge is 150 million euros is the amount of money that Napoli want to get Osimhen off their shelf and sell him. So, will United be having the money to spend on Victor Osimhen? That's the most important bit of it, because for Erik ten Hag, he's obsessed with the player. He wants him as his center forward next season. That's it. I mean, look at the strikers available: Osimhen, Benjamin Šeško, Vlahovic, Harry Kane, now Kolo Muani. Osimhen is the most expensive of all, 130 million pounds. You get? For Goncalo Ramos, his buyout clause is 106 million pounds. You get? And the buyout clause of Goncalo Ramos is the same like that of Kolo Muani. So, of the two, if at all you are the manager of Manchester United, what decision do you take? I go in for Goncalo Ramos. At the World Cup, he scored a hat-trick. In the Champions League, he's tearing up teams, leading Benfica to the quarter-final. And if at all they knock out Inter Milan, they might find themselves in the semi-final. So, he's a very good striker that is really proven at this level. And I see him as one of those that can come in and really get us to the levels that we expect our team to be. So to me, I'm not really impressed in Kolo Muani. I think we'd rather go Dusan Vlahovic. I think at around 80 million pounds we can get him. Benjamin Šeško, 60, 70 million pounds you can get him. Goncalo Ramos, 106 million pounds you can get him. But Kolo Muani, for that amount of money, I don't call for such a signing. I think he's a 60 or 70 million pound striker. Victor Osimhen too, 130 million pounds. That's really way above our financial punch. But you never know, if the Qatar is coming through, they can really make that move possible for a team known as Manchester United. So let's wait and see how this is going to unfold. But obviously, you expect lots of things to happen in the summer. And you're going to hear very many strikers being linked to Manchester United in this international break. Whichever striker that is going to go ahead and really shine at his team and score goals, he's going to be linked to Manchester United. That's it. Because it is outside there that we are lacking a world-class striker, and Erik ten Hag is demanding for one. So let's go to Jadon Sancho. Paul Scholes has said, I think there is a lot more to come from him. He obviously had issues and problems that the manager dealt with. He came back and scored a couple of goals. To me, I believe Sancho is just a matter of time. You know, if Ten Hag has managed to turn around qualities that were bad in players like Bissaka to turning out into players that are really so much promising at Manchester United, how come he fails to get out the best from a player known as Jadon Sancho, whose talent is really undoubted? And Sancho is really throwing in glimpses of some good performances, if I told you you've been watching him. And I think he's really one of those that we need to really reckon with at Manchester United. And I've seen him score 2 goals ever since he came in through, and I think he's going to get there. He's going to get there. So for Sancho, it's just something that we should just wait for to come. Anticipation is high. He's a very good talent, and I think the manager is going to get the best out of him. And guys are just forgetting that Sancho is just 21, 22 years of age, so he still has a lot of years to hit his prime, because one's prime is like 25, 26. So he still has like 3 years to hit his prime. So we should give him a benefit of doubt onto what he's doing right about now as Jadon Sancho at Manchester United. And some bad news is that Rafael Varane not in today's FA Cup quarter-final match squad to face Fulham. To me, it's really a very huge blow as we head into this game, because I knew that he never played the game of Real Betis and he was being prepared to play in this game of football. But nevertheless, we are going to see who Erik ten Hag is going to bring in through, but I think it's going to be Victor Lindelof, because he's part of the squad. So guys, thank you very much for watching in through. Your thoughts onto United big offer for Kolo Muani is welcome in the comment section below. Osimhen hints to United, I've given it to you. Your thoughts about it are welcome in the comment section below. And lastly, Jadon Sancho, what do you think about him? And us missing out on Rafael Varane into the encounter of Fulham, your thoughts about it are welcome in the comment section below. By the time I return, it's going to be the match day live. I sign out for now. See you later, my mates. May the Lord bless you abundantly and enlighten your Sunday. I'm out.